Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you've had a nice break and we're back at work. And we're going to now be looking at something that's very important. I'm sorry, is there something funny?
No.
Okay.
We've always been here.
Yeah, okay, fine.
No,
That's true.
That.
So we're going to do something that's very important now. And I'd like you to think about it. It's going to be an aspect of our conversation and speech patterns that is very important, without which you're not going to be able to communicate effectively. Can anyone try and tell me what you think I'm going to make you think about next?
Expression.
I'm sorry?
Expression.
Selena, always I try and get you to think about expression, nothing new.
Body language.
I'm sorry?
Body language.
No, not necessarily.
Intonation. Word stress.
Thank you. Another 2 minutes of that and I'd be completely knackered.
Am I like that? When you call me deadpan, is that me? That was awful.
See now, it shouldn't be awful, it should be awful.
I am making an awful face.
No,
we should give
because
her a
she's
mirror.
tried so hard.
I really tried to make an awful
This is
my
your,
awful
this is your,
face.
I'm mirroring your face, right? Awful.
I look like I've just received a very nice present.
So, you know,
Awful.
something there. So, we are going to talk about
That's me? The deadpan is terrible.
voice modulation. And an easier synonym for it is stress. So I'm going to answer 4 questions and you need to take them down as notes. The first one is, what is stress? And the answer to that is, what is stress, please, anyone?
Yeah, I wouldn't know as you
Apart from when your heart starts beating fast and that sort of stress.
Emphasis.
Yes, it is emphasis, it is putting pressure. Right, simply pressure on a word or words. Right, so when you stress, you modulate, you intonate, and things start sounding different. Question number 2. Which wife or husband do you think I'm going to use now? What is one wife? Which wife or husband do you think I'm going to use after 7 questions, the WH questions?
I don't think any of us got that.
We have what is stress, right? And
Why?
which is the other WH question I can ask after this?
Why do we need stress?
Why? Correct. Logical conclusion, why? And the answer,
Oh, point.
Can anyone give me
Bad expression.
an answer?
Emotion.
Yes, definitely. Emotion is one. Thank you for that. But not top of the...
Importance.
Yes. But still not top of the line.
Meaning.
Bingo! And you have it, absolutely.
I think as a rule, in everything that we've done so far, it's meaning.
Oh.
Meaning is the one.
Paramount.
Yes. And I'm going to give you my favoritist, examplist of the whole widest worldist, which I've been using for the past 25 years.
You'll be my bestest friend.
And listen to this, alright? Now imagine that we have 5 trainees sitting. Oh, now we use all of you and the imaginary one. So listen carefully. Is your aunt coming today? 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 Now, same structure. Is your aunt coming today? But what has happened when I say, is your aunt coming today? Can I stand here and say, is your aunt coming today? Can I do this? Is this an appropriate
No.
gesture with it?
No. That would be if you stressed on the today. Today, anytime now, anytime
Yeah, actually
now.
this still goes with that. Yeah. Because you're getting late,
Yes.
you know, waiting for
Look at
the
the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, but wouldn't you point your watch even if the stress was on today? No?
Could be today.
And if you're being sarcastic, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, but otherwise not.
Oh.
And
And
for time is not to do, you know. So like, hello, today is Eddie,
Yeah,
so I'm
that-
coming to.
that's
That's a
what I
bit
thought.
sarcasm. But otherwise, is your aunt coming today? Look at the time. Can I do it for you? Is your aunt coming today?
No.
No. So what is from, is she arriving or not? She's late to,
Is whose aunt?
exactly, whose aunt? It's not a question of the aunt being late or early.
Yeah.
I want whose aunt. And when I say is your aunt coming today?
Aunt or uncle or cousin.
Exactly.
Aunt, yeah.
Right. What am I going to do with an aunt, for God's sakes? I'm normal. Give me a tall, dark, good-looking, rich uncle. Right? Swap.
Has been listening.
Joke. Is your aunt coming today?
Probably she gonna send him for.
Is your aunt coming today?
Same thing.
Call
Why?
or come or what?
Why?
There's a sense
Why
of
is this-
urgency there.
Why is it the same thing? Is your aunt coming today? Is your aunt coming today?
Probably it's got
Why
late.
is-
It's really late. And
No.
she's not
No.
giving up.
I'm not
No,
saying.
Why is it the
Is-
same?
Yeah, my question is, why is it the same? Why can I look at my watch for both? I
Because
can't
the
say,
stress
is your
is on-
aunt coming today?
Because the stress is on whether she's coming or not. In both instances.
Both are verbs. Is and coming, helper verb. So is she coming or not? Because it's stressing the verb. But what changes? Is your aunt coming today? Is your aunt
Coming.
Is your aunt
Is it
coming
not
today?
That's
What
the
changes?
emotion. That's
Yes.
the emotion.
Yeah, so you can see the emotion changes. Right? And is your aunt coming today?
Today? I didn't know. I thought it was tomorrow.
Exactly. So same structure. Take any sentence and you do this with it. Please remember, as trainers, you need to have your examples in place and practiced, and do not try and invent a new example for every session. Have the same example, you get more and more comfortable with it, you get more and more confident with it, and you don't, and I found this over umpteen times, trainers would be, okay, for example, and they carry on like that for 5 minutes.
I didn't say she stole the book.
Yeah, that's Anne
what
Cook.
Is it?
Yeah, I did, and she says I didn't say she stole the money, and that's an Anne Cook, which everyone uses, which is fine, you know. The only thing is, there the little words like the and you know.
Can we use yours?
Sure, absolutely.
There's a tax which you pay outside.
You're gonna royally ape Nawaz.
I just don't eat my size. That's all.
I'm getting there.
Okay. Okay. So meaning, highlight, emotion. What else?
That's okay.
What else? I do hope you remember when we started the session, I was talking to you and telling you that we're going to now do voice modulation, which is a very important, which is a very important aspect of what
Projection.
we're going to do.
Projection.
Do you think that your really voice modulation is going to help you with projection? I mean, what are you talking about? Do you realize that you've
Expression.
got absolutely no brain anywhere? I mean, I thought it was in your fingertips, but I realize now even it's not even there. I'm sorry, your problem is your hand doing some exercise here. Can you just tell us what your problem is? Thank you very much.
Monotonous.
Thank you. To break monotony, to bring in variety. Otherwise, people will go to sleep. Then we've done stress in words and we've done stress in sentences to some effect, right? So what changes when you stress? What changes when I go, but I can't, and then I say, but I can't. What changes?
Stress pattern.
But I can't, but I can't.
Yeah, stress pattern.
The?
Bang, bang, tap.
Just don't say bang bang now. The rhythm. The rhythm of what you are saying changes. according to the meaning and the message. So are you singing the right tune, or are you singing the wrong tune? Right? So if I want to say, for example, I can't go, everyone else can, you know,
Yeah.
and instead I stress can't, then
Unable.
I wouldn't put, get the right meaning across. Think of Izira coming today, and I want to know whether it's the uncle or the aunt, and I stress today, and he says yes, should be here by 5, and I say what? Why didn't she be here for 5? She didn't you hear me? I wonder whether it's her or him. So then that's how communication breaks down. Very often we blame the speaker or the listener for giving an incorrect reaction, but it's normally our fault because we've sung the wrong tune.
So the impact is lost when we
Yes,
stress the wrong.
Absolutely. And the last one is something that one of my trainees many years ago, about 8 years ago, made me add to it, and this is pronunciation. In the sense of, again, we come back to our subject verb. The object, produce,
Good day.
content, content, and so on, right? So this does, it changes the meaning also, it changes the rhythm, right? So this
Noun
is,
and verb, not noun.
sorry, thank you for that. Now, what do you think is going to be the next W, husband or wife? What am I going to ask? Nope.
How?
Oh, yes, exactly. You know why? You know what it is? You know why you're doing it? Now the $1 million question is how? How? Okay. I want you all to shut your eyes, please, and listen.
How do we what?
How do you stress is what we're going to look at. And I want you to shut your eyes and just listen. Okay? Are you ready? And listen to the how. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat jump on his knee, ignoring her insistent purr. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat jump on his knee, ignoring her insistent purr. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat jump on his knee, ignoring her insistent purr. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat jump on his knee, ignoring her insistent purr. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat jump on his knee, ignoring her insistent purr. And I can go on, right? Now, again, I've taken the same set of words. I haven't changed anything. How did I change what I did every time I changed it? Think of the how. What did I do if you were listening?
Different pitches.
Thank you very much. Just make sure you say the P with a great deal of force.
Pitches.
It doesn't sound anything like a B. We're safe. So, the pitch of the voice, right? What is the pitch? The pitch is the voice, the tone, going up or down on a word or words. Then, can you give me another P?
Punctuation.
Projection? Yes. Projection or power. Power is nothing but the volume increasing on a word or words. Then pen? What else? Come on, 2 more P's. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat. Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat. What's changed?
What?
Tired out, he'd sit and let the cat.
Pace.
Good dog.
Pace. So what is pace? It is the
Speed.
yes, the speed at which you speak. So at which you speak. So if I wanted to, I can each word, or I can take one word and I can stretch it. Right? It is the speed at which you speak. Right? Again, this is word or words. Then, what's the last one? I'm going to kill you.
Pause.
I'm going to kill you. Pause it is. Now, pause can be of varying lengths. Short one, slightly longer, slightly longer. And this can happen before and or after word or words. Now I have left a gap here because I want you to consider another important aspect of pause at this point. Apart from everything that we've done here, for meaning, for variety, for rhythm, for highlighting, etc., etc., etc. But let's look at this. I want you to look at pause from the point of view of a speaker and from the point of view of the listener. How is it important? How is a pause important? Come on, tell me. Why should you pause as a speaker?
Get the meaning across.
Or to get him more breath.
The most important reason for a speaker
To bring the attention to
To add more meaning.
right? And of course, it therefore brings in all the to live, to breathe. Right? And that brings in all the implication of what we've already done with breathing. So you sound calmer, your meaning, all of that comes into it. Right? All the aspects of breathing. 2. Sabina, this is a very good pen. I would like you to buy this pen because it's the best whiteboard marker that's available in the market. You have several other brands, like here I have another brand called Artline, but I can assure you this Artline pen does not last as long as this one. It also doesn't dry up as fast as the Artline pen. You've got to be able to buy one. You only have to invest 30 rupees in one, but it's something that you won't need to invest in again for another year. Right? Then I say, Sabina, this is an excellent pen. I really think you should buy it. If you don't buy it, you're going to regret it. Because it's the best pen in the market. So,
To emphasize.
yeah, but that is already there. Okay. Right? Now, if the stupid thing stopped buzzing, I don't have to think
Can I turn it off for a bit?
Yeah, but try, you'd have to take the tape off the other light and then see if the other ones work. It's getting just louder and louder and louder. Okay.
Okay.
Now try, no, down, the bottom one, no, sorry.
Is that
I'd
alright?
say it's better.
Yes, it's so noisy. Can you see?
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's more important to hear.
Okay. So to go back to this, let me do it another way. I want to. We're on the phone, all right, Asma? Okay. I'm not going to give you any clue. Just do what you think you should do. All right. So ring ring.
Hello?
Good morning. Am I speaking to Asma?
Yes.
Right. Asma, I've called about this new pen that we have just launched. It's called Pick Pens, and as you can see from the name of the pen, that if you pick this pen, you're not going to regret picking this pen. It is the best pen in the market. It's better than the Reynolds pen. It's better than the Ulhasnagar pen. It is better than the whiteboard marker pen.
Hello?
And it is definitely
Excuse me?
a pen. Yes.
Can you call me back later, please?
Stop. Go back. Right. Ring ring.
Hello?
Good morning. May I speak to Asma, please?
Yes.
Good morning, Asma. This is Nawaz here.
Good morning.
I've called about our new Pick Pens.
Okay.
These are actually an excellent type of pen that I want to recommend to you because I know as a teacher you won't regret investing in them.
But I already have pens.
I'm sure you do, and I'm not going to say that what you have is completely useless, not at all, but I would really recommend that you try these just once.
Okay.
The reason being, so what has happened?
Interaction.
Yes. So what you are now doing in effect is you are forcing interaction. You are forcing the listener to respond. And from this response, what can I tell or do or know?
How to frame your next sentence.
Exactly, right? Because you should, yeah, you know, that's, I know what she's feeling or thinking, so I can change tact. I can decide what else to say. And she's saying, pens? She sounds confused. I go back, yes, these are whiteboard markers. I need to perhaps explain it again, right? So you have to be able to force the listener to respond. Okay. Now, from the, anything else you think, another reason why the speaker
To
should
make
use
sure that the
pauses?
attention is brought back. For example, if there's a training delivery happening in which there are a lot of things which are important, of which there's one thing which is very important. A pause before that would make sure that the... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm just reminding you that definitely all this is there. We're talking outside of this. How and why can a speaker use pause? So one is definitely for your breathing and your relaxation and all of that. That's so important for you. The other is to force the listener to respond. Now, especially agents on calls, they never pause because they think the minute they pause, the customer will take that opportunity to put the phone down. You've got to explain to them that even if they do, or even if they don't, it doesn't mean that the customer is going to listen to them. You can't force someone to listen to you. Then you get into setting which you're not going to get into, or customer care which you're not going to get. Now, as a listener, why is it important that I receive pauses?
Filter out.
Yes, to digest information, right? When I was giving Asma that long spiel about the pen and the best pen and this, that, and the other, you don't get time to understand what I've said, so to digest what I've said. And two, when I was going on and on and on, what did Asma do?
She
Avoid boredom.
no, she didn't listen to you.
Yeah, but then what did she say?
She
She interrupted me, right? So, to respond, I want to respond, whether it's yes, no, ugly, wow, whatever it is. I have the right to respond. And you can't take that right away from me by not pausing. In fact, all it does is when you take that response, that right mind away, I get angry.
You feel not in control.
Yeah,
As a
so it's
listener.
like, what the heck is this thing? So you can see, apart from using pause for highlighting, for importance, for emotion, for variety, rhythm, all of that, it's very important for these two reasons. Okay? Alright, next. Number 5. what do I call it when I said, is Iran coming today? What did I do with today?
Right.
It's called inflection. Also sometimes spelled as inflection. Both are the same. Right? Now inflection is the bending, and you can write this down, the bending and gliding of the voice over a word. And as many patterns as you possibly can make is what you can do with. What was special about what I just said?
Single word.
Yes. And how did I say it?
A word. And you do the same.
And what is that?
Inflection.
No.
Stress.
When I said a word, remember we talked about this?
Oh.
What? And I said I would use this later, the full form of the article a. I said we never use it, do we?
Oh,
We're doing schwa.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I said there'll be a point when I will say it over a word. And I'm stressing it, so I can't say over a word. Yes, but now I'm stressing. Otherwise, you never say a as the full form. It's always a. Right? Because I'm stressing it, it's a word. All right. Numbers, and this one, very important, is used a lot for emotions, to reflect emotions. So try it. I'd like all of you to try to do this. Can you say, what am I doing in different ways?
What am I doing?
What am I doing?
Go on. And think about inflections.
What am I doing?
What am I doing?
I think we used all the words.
No.
What am I
Use
doing?
different patterns.
What am I doing?
Where would the inflection be on a word?
What? What am I doing?
No, or no, the
What am I doing?
But make it go up and down more.
What
What
am I doing?
A word.
What am
But you
I
say,
doing?
am I doing? Eh? So
Then
then,
am I
yeah,
doing?
sing song. You can't inflect on every word like is your aunt coming today?
So if I would-
Unless
if
you're a
I would
Carnatic
say-
singer.
So if I would say, what am I doing? Is that wrong?
No, but last time you were doing as well. Oh, what am I doing?
Yes.
That's sure. That's it. Okay, come on, more, everyone together. Come on, I want to hear all of you. Rich,
What am I?
that's all right. You can talk before Nanda.
What am I doing?
Come on, Pushpa. Come on, Pushpa.
What am
Carry on. Come on,
What
don't
am I
stop.
doing? What am I
All
doing?
making fools of yourselves.
Aren't you a happy?
And now a happy bunny.
No wonder she wasn't going on.
No, she didn't. I didn't think I did that for them. Okay, number 6. You are going to tell me what it is, and you're going to tell me what it is via this activity, right? Asma, can I borrow you for a moment, please? So we all know what to do.
The full meal?
Or the half meal, no, the full meal. So we're first going to start with the normal conversation, right? So tell me, the weekend, did you do anything special? Did you go out anywhere? Or?
Not really. I was pretty much sleeping at home. Wasn't feeling too well.
What a waste of a weekend. Have you watched that movie? There's a movie that's come out just now.
American Gangster.
Yes, American Gangster.
No, I haven't.
I wanted to see that this week.
I have.
What was it like? I mean, you haven't seen it.
No, I haven't.
But do you like watching movies normally?
I love.
Now, we're having a normal conversation, hopefully. Then she's A and B, and then I'd say A freeze. So A has to go absolutely deadpan.
Sorry.
She can't move her fingers, her eyebrows, chin, nothing. Right? We'll just face you a bit so you can see Lenny. And B has to respond to her without staying still. So it has to be full of gestures and body language and facial expression, even when she's talking. Okay, so tell me about the last movie you watched. What was that like?
It was a long time ago, so I'm not sure I can remember.
Yeah, but try, think about it. There must be one movie. What do you mean it was a long time ago? How long ago was long time ago?
Really long time ago.
So you see, I have to carry on reacting to her even when she's talking, right? And then I'll say change, and then, right? So you obviously have a memory problem.
I think so. I think I have a memory problem.
Yes. But
And I have a problem speaking to you right now.
I don't see what that's got to do with the problem.
It's the way you look at me. I think you should be more.
So to get it, right? So I want you to practice this now. Come on, up.
Oh, goodness.
Right? Okay. So, yeah, will you both come here?
Yeah.
Okay. And decide who's A and who's B.
A.
You're the good guy. Okay. Ready? Okay, just start a normal conversation.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
So how are you? How is normal?
I'm there.
Normal conversation.
How's
How's
the
it
baby?
there?
She's fine.
Girls
You
who
said-
you
no, I
said,
said
yeah,
this
how
is
did she do?
normal.
See, she got a new
The lovely
outfit.
face.
White jumpsuit.
No, I'm not sitting. I'm not. My weight is in my
So, how long have you?
And my mom said actually clocked her wish possible.
I'm born and raised there, so I've been there for about
They'll
23
just
years.
the handy
So you must
stuff.
be able to speak.
A freeze.
Oh yes.
A freeze. Carry on the conversation.
And
You
how
must be
is and
speaking
how
Marathi.
what does she do these
Yes,
days?
I do.
She's sweet.
What does she do these? No.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. What does she do?
No.
What does she do these? It just doesn't go with my hand.
And what does she do these days?
What does she do these days?
She's
Listening to other languages also.
And she really turns and she smiles and
Her
you know.
social smile started about a month ago, but she's a
Okay,
dog
okay.
now.
And you know, how does she look in a
Giving
pretty
that
frock
stress.
and everything?
She hasn't got any frogs, she's been
Oh, her hair, is it growing?
No, she's got my hair. 2.5
Why do you
strands.
speak?
2.5 strands of hair, that's all she has, just like a mother.
You go out for this.
Oh, listen.
Parties
Yes.
and there are good mouths.
Let's change the topic.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah,
How's your daughter doing?
If
What's
you
your
go to
kid?
malls, you know
Oh, we
those
went and watched
things.
this movie and it was really
Change.
nice.
Change.
Okay.
So what did you do with her? What movie did you guys go
How
for?
many kids do you have?
I have three.
Tell me about one. You said you were in Planet M. Did you pick up a
I should have started that. I could have promoted better things like
Didn't buy anything?
What's your kid doing?
Did you go there for a purpose?
my daughter.
I think she has
You're
something
listening-
in mind.
listening.
That's
And
great.
you don't know what it is?
But she didn't tell me.
So listening.
Moms should know everything.
What's the other
Well,
one
I
doing?
can't believe that she's into.
You can
You've
ask
got
her,
to have
can't
reactions
you?
when you're listening to her.
Teaching, oh, we just teach.
When she was saying I can't read her
kids
mind.
grown up.
Oh, some reaction. Body language.
all
You
kids,
can't say
yes.
she was
Even
talking, but
colleges,
she's reacting.
But I
Even when she's
yes,
speaking.
Oh, why
The
did
main
she speak?
thing
Yes,
is
yes.
curriculum.
But
Oh, that's
you should,
nice.
what are you
But
going
something
for?
that she
Did she tell you something?
Actually, what was good
All
was that we went for
subjects,
dinner
yeah.
after
She
that.
must be
Oh,
very
where did you guys
intelligent. Was
go?
she
What
the most
kind of food
intelligent
did you
among
have?
all the three
We
kids you
had
had? All of them.
Sure, intelligent.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Sit
It
down.
wasn't a snack.
I got
Your mother.
Thank you.
Myself from
I had to move my eyebrows because he was in
Eyebrows. Out is some brows. Okay, which reminds me, we need our vowel sounds up. Which reminds me. Okay, so what have we got from this?
Fun.
Yes. Apart from that, what else? What would point 6 be?
That was what
Bolsters
you gave
interaction.
what body language.
Bolsters. Yes, but what? What would I write for 6 here? What would my
What
Oh, body language.
body? Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Body language, and there are 4 things.
We get expressions.
Gestures.
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 What count as body language?
Gestures.
No. Body language we're going to take as the trunk. Right, legs. Trunk
The
and legs. Yes. Then and the limb. No, not limbs. The gestures would be your head. You can make gestures with your head and your arms.
No, I meant body language would be
Your
the
legs. No, limbs would also be your arms. No.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. then what else? Two more. Come on, come on, come on. Two more.
I don't know, but with all the moving, I articulate it better, enunciate it better.
Yes, how?
It
Because yes,
helped me with
absolutely,
my
facial
mother
expression. Absolutely. Facial expression and eye contact. Right? Now, I want to ask you some questions. Did you find it easier to talk when you were moving or when you were when you were moving? Yeah. Did you find that you could speak more when you were still or when you were moving?
Moving.
Did you like talking to the person who was deadpan?
No.
Did you find that your conversation turned into a disagreement or an argument?
No.
It wouldn't.
But it could have, because after a certain
you
point.
So, what am I trying to get at?
To maintain the other person's interest in you and
your gestures actually help your voice to move forward. So to move forward helps me say to move forward. To move forward.
it really helps the Modulation problem.
Yes,
It really does.
It really does. You look more enthusiastic, you look more interested, right? When you are deadpan, it's like, I don't care what you're
You
saying.
bore yourself.
Also, yes, you sound very bored. You bore yourself and the person you're speaking to. And when you don't have, when you're deadpan, did you find it more difficult to look at the person you were talking to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? It's
You
almost
wouldn't
like,
know what to say.
yeah, you want to avoid, because they've got this animated, thing,
Yeah.
and it's just not you at the moment, so you can't even look at the person. So you can see how, and that is how a lot of anxiety and angst is born between people, and barriers. So this is something that's very important. Now, how would it help you if you are on calls and your agents on the phone? You'd say, but we don't have video phones, so why
It
bother
comes
with
out
this?
in your voice, your
Yeah.
gestures, you can hear them.
Absolutely. So if I'm going to be sitting like this, my body is like that, my voice is going to sound like that. And instead, if I'm on call and I'm saying, right, I understand, Mr. Smith, you definitely need one today. I can see the urgency of that, and I can understand what you're saying, and my voice is going to then follow my hand. And I will therefore speak with more enthusiasm and meaning and sincerity. So it's very, very, very important. Right? Okay, question number 4, the last question. Which wife or husband do you think is going to be? We'll put this here. So which wife or husband do you think is going to be?
Where, why, how, when.
When. And for this, I'm going to dictate a sentence. Will you please write it down? Please sell my car. I have gone to France. Please sell my car. I have gone to France. Now, which words? I'm going to give you 500 rupees to send me a telegram of the sentence. You understand telegram? Or an SMS? You have to spend 100 rupees for every word you SMS or telegram me. So with the 500 rupees, would you have enough money to telegram me, or would you need to go to the bank? Or would you be able to go shopping?
I think you can just say sell car, you don't need to give the person an explanation. Sell car.
Yeah, enough of this is why. Just sell it.
Shopping is more important.
sell car.
Yeah, I think it's sell car. Sell car.
Pushpa?
Sell car, gone France.
Richa?
She's deciding whether to go to France.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Sell car, gone, going France.
Change the meaning. Gone. Gone is gone and the other's going.
Right.
Make up your mind.
Sell car, gone France.
Okay. Why are these two right and why are you wrong?
Because they've given a reason and we haven't.
See, if someone has said, sell my car, I'm going to France, or I've gone to France, then there's a reason he said, talked about France. If there was no connection, he would, and it was meaningless, he wouldn't have said it in the first place. So you're looking at the sentence he utters and you're trying to convey the basic meaning in a telegram. And so sell car, gone France would be the ideal answer. Sometimes your trainees will ask you, what about, why not sell my car?
Yes.
Because it's understood, right? And if it was someone else's car, I'd say sell Pushpa's car, or Neeta's car, or Asma's car, or whatever. So when I say sell car, obviously I'm talking about my car. So what you've done is you have distilled the meaning of the sentence, right? And you have found the words you need to modulate on, to express or convey that meaning. Right? That is the win. So in short, you stress keywords. You stress keywords and the meaning is
Meaning is understood.
yes, conveyed.
So you also modulate the keywords.
Yes, you have to. When you need here for this, you're using these, you would stress sell, car, gone, France. Those were the 4 words you would stress in that sentence to put the meaning across. If I ate those up, please, my car, no, please, son, I've two. What? Sorry? Nothing. But if I said sell, car, gone, France, you know what I'm talking about, right? The other words are what you just read in those notes of yours. They are the supporting lines. They are things that remember in the intonation notes you read just now?
Alright.
It was there. So all the others aren't relevant to the meaning, but they help put across emotion, even the general intonation. Because you can say, please sell my car, because I'm begging now, for whatever reason. Right? So I can bring an extra intonation with it, but not the basic meaning. Right? I would now like you all to write down the first 2 lines of role play 17 in your scribble pages and write it in double line spacing. Right? In double line spacing, that means don't leave 1 line and then write it. So I do it on right. What is it, Ms. Green speaking? How may I help you, right?
Yeah.
Finished? Just write it like I have a suggestion. Don't worry about the handwriting. So this is A and this is B. Okay, right? Now, I want you to take your pencils and decide how you are going to say this. So if you think you need to look angry because you've been disturbed, then you make a grumpy face there and say, and then you want to bark that out of it. So hello, right? And you think you should stop here. Hello. And make this a question mark. So worldwide flowers, up. Then you want to go down and say Miss Green, speaking. And then you don't want to stop at all. You want to carry on. Miss Green speaking, how may I help you? And I want to go project on this, how may I help you? And go up. Right? So in this way, I want you to, obviously what I've done is complete rubbish, because I don't want to let my rights to influence you. I want you to use all these red markings I've put here, right? And help you to mark your script. This is what we do in theatre as well. So when you're reading, you know how to read it. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to